Alright, hey everybody, let's get started. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday. Just one more day of the week. I think I can make it. Unity's open, so let's open Microsoft Visual Studio. So today I'm planning on finishing the game's handling of the actions, or implementing all the actions in the actual game. And then, so I think we just have promotion left. And then after that, we'll add win and loss detection to the mods through Lua scripts, and then the last thing will be to right here, we'll send this state to the server, and once the server receives the state of both players, it will send back some command and tell the games what to do next. Alright, so looks like we got that, so we just need to do the promote piece. Where is the... I think I have a promotion manager. We'll just reuse this. Right now this actually like watches for movements to check if it should promote or not, but now it will just receive commands. Alright, so yeah, we'll still have this message it'll send out. It doesn't need to watch this anymore. Okay, so how we'll do it is just register. This is a query, and we'll return a boolean, and then we should add a promotion command up here. So public int vector2 source, or let's say piece position, and then public int promote 2. Okay. I need to open up Steam Labs, almost forgot. Warcraft remakes. I didn't know there were any on this website. Opponent keys, this will be promote peace command. Set the handler to do promote. Alright, now I need to add the create function. Okay. So, let's see, we got the piece mover. Oh yeah, we need to get the promote command. And this is promote command position. Turn false if there's no piece on there. Okay, so yeah, we don't even have this anymore. Or we shouldn't, because pieces don't have a specific promotion ID. Okay, so instead the promote to is the command. Okay, and now if gotta make sure that this is a valid index, so if promote to is less or is greater than or equal to 0, and promote to is less than database piece prototypes length or count, and also promote to does not equal piece prototype. Oh, we should change that actually. Alright. And then all we have to do is copy this over. And then board. Okay, so all we do is just change the ID. I actually have this value right here. And then we send the piece index. And this is all handled by the mod now. And then we return true. Alright. So now we can add that to the turn manager. So we'll need to get one more query here. Promote command and just copy and paste this, change a few values. copy that type, and also, of course, this. Did I actually? Okay, so this check promotion query is no more. Okay, so now error equals not promote command. Wrong keyword. And so now we just send piece position is the component actor, and then the promote to is promotion index. Alright, so I think we're all good here. Let's see, so we got okay, so let's validate this data before we go on. That is in the turn option calculator. So we already do a little bit because we get the safe get table, but I think I should throw an error instead of returning null, I think. So let's create some kind of exception. So private, let's say script exception. Oh, that's too close. Let's say bad action exception. And then we gotta add a constructor to pass up a message. Okay, so now so try catch. So actually what happens, I think that the go to definition. Oh yeah, it'll return a nil value if there's a runtime exception, so we don't have to worry about that. We'll catch bad action exception, and then we'll do something with that here. Instead of returning any value here, we'll just throw something. Throw new bad action exception. Message. Let's actually say exception message. And same with this table. Okay, expected table of you can always change these messages to make them more descriptive. Movement. Maybe we should move calc state. Okay. Movement function, and then I guess I need to string format, huh? And we'll return the piece's name. Yeah, we have acting piece, but we don't have, this doesn't have the tag. Okay, we have the prototype actually. So it's a prototype Lua tag. Okay, so we don't need to check if it's null anymore, because if it was null it would throw an error. Here it would be expected table at position 1 for piece of piece movement function return. It's a little it's not the most clear. Expected table at position 0 in piece movement function. How should I do this? Let's say piece action function error. Expected table to be returned. Yeah, I think that's a little better. So translate action table. So I guess this we'll make sure this always returns a valid action. It will just throw in an exception if something goes wrong. Okay, so search piece. Can this be bad? Oh no, because it's gotten from the game code and the action list. Okay, is this table? Okay, so we need to probably return some, or what kind of errors could we get here? Okay, so let's send it. So we got the piece. Also, we should probably send it this index. Option index. And then here, for debugging, we'll want the string piece name int option index int action index, and that's maybe it. Okay, so piece equals board pieces search piece. We need to set that, and then we'll also need the string piece name equals database model or piece prototypes. I guess a search piece. Oh wait, no, it's a piece prototype ID, and then Lua tag. Okay, so here we send piece name, option index, and action index. Or actually, this is just I. Maybe it's better if we actually have like an exception header and just send that. Okay, so let's see. So option 1. Okay, and then we've got piece name. Okay, so we actually do need to put this here. Yeah, and then we can, because I don't think it will need all this information. It just basically needs a header for the exception. Okay. So here we throw new bad action exception, and then exception message header, expected user data type. And the same thing here. User data cannot be coerced into turn action component. And then we should probably also send the header to the translate. So we need to make sure that the actor and the target are valid and also different. Capture has to be a valid position, and then the actor has to be valid position, and the promotion index needs to exist. And then we got the valid action type. Oops. Okay, so let's actually stream format. Oh. Invalid action type. Okay, and now we got exception message header, and then Lua comp type. All right. Okay, this is something unrelated. So private int vector 2 to game, or wait, board position. It's actually int. So remember, we've got to subtract these by 1 because Lua has 1 based lists or arrays, and then C# has 0 based arrays. And then also, let's see, then we have board is, come on, I thought I had a is valid position. Oh yeah, inbounds, okay. Wait, the board doesn't actually know its dimensions. Okay, yeah, it doesn't. Database. Okay, that's fine. That value, that function should probably just be in the database then, but whatever. So if it's inbounds, we'll return P. Otherwise, let's throw the message header. And we'll also need position name. Okay. Invalid position for and then we can change all these to board positions. Let's see, start position. This is target. I guess we don't need to include position in there. Okay, also we'll need to throw an error if the actor and target position is the same here. Okay, we don't need to do a format actually. So start and target positions are equal. Nothing else can go bad here. And the piece. Okay, so we just need to check to see if it's -1. Non-existent. Oh, wait, I always forget if it has an A or an E right there. When I'm programming, my spelling skills seem to go out the window. Okay, it is an E. He's given for promotion. Okay, so I think that's all that can go wrong. What do I need to send here? I just need to give it I. Okay, now what do we do? I guess we would write to author log. And CX message, and then we'll clear the final options. And so we'll just return an empty list, which I guess is the best you can do if there's errors. Alright, so the other thing we have to do is we've got to make sure that there's no errors here. Maybe instead of actually returning an error, it should throw an exception like we have done before. Don't know if we need this next turn info, but I'll worry about that later. Let's see, turn action execution exception. It's a bit of a mouthful. Exception. So string m, base m. Alright. And then what we'll do, I guess we won't care about getting booleans back. I'm trying to see when I should. Well, I guess we should put the try catch outside, because if any of the actions fail, then we can't do any future ones. Catch. And so this, I guess we'll need this script controller after all. Set in the mod namespace. Alright. So scripts equals, actually, scene game components, get component, or just get script controller opponent keys Lua scripts and do scripts write to author log string format turn action execution error executing so how do we want to do this? Because I can't, well, I guess I can return an index, but I'm not sure how useful that will be because we don't know like the option index. Executing command. Well, I don't think we can be any more just specific, unfortunately. So we can send. Okay. Int this component. Another way would be to put the try catch inside and then we'll just break when we catch. That way we don't have to have this extra variable. Yeah, don't need that error actually. Yeah, we'll throw something there. Catch. Do we have an extra? Oh no, it's just to put some code right there. Oh, and I don't want to delete this. Okay, so now we have the C variable, and then we got message. And then here we'll just throw new execution. What is it? Turn action. There we go. Bad. This should actually never happen because it would have been given, like it would have been caught in the calculator, but component type. I guess we'll just have it for safety. So now, okay, so this can go bad if there's no piece there. What is it? Turn action execution exception. no piece to move at position. Okay, and also for Lua we've got to increment each of those string format. So we've got command move to x plus 1, command move to y plus 1. Alright. And the other error can happen if there's no piece if piece is captured, then that shouldn't happen because piece on space just would never return it. I guess I did that just to be safe, but right, because find piece on space, yeah, make sure the piece isn't captured. So I won't even do that. Okay. Oh, I got this backwards. This is piece exists. Let's see. Cannot move on top. Let's say cannot move. Piece exists. Yeah, so basically what should happen there is that you need to have the capture command first. To move at position. Okay, yeah, and we don't need this anymore. So yeah, instead of this being a query, we'll just change it to a command. Alright, so let's do the same thing. The capture manager. So the only error here can be if there's no piece on the position that you try to capture. So let's copy and paste this. No piece to capture. Alright, and last thing is promotion, and again, oops, you have the error if there's no piece to promote at position. So really this promote to should have already been caught. So the only thing that would ever be thrown here is if promote to equals the piece promotion ID. Cannot promote piece at is already how should I word this? It's already the promotion type. Okay, and then I just need to change this to a command. And then in the turn manager, I need to change all these queries into commands. There we go. Okay, so I think now we can say we've caught all problems that the Lua script could throw at us. So we want to disable input while connected. Well, disconnected, I mean. Yeah, and I guess we better do that, huh? It's not really that difficult. First, let's check the reconnection manager. Does it expose its state machine? Okay, yeah, the reconnection state. So basically what we want to do is only allow input during this connected state. So if we get the piece chooser, private state machine, connected connection state, equals scene components get or register state machine int component keys reconnection state. Oops. Okay, and then all we have to do is where this selection button trigger, we also will check connection state, oops. I wonder, we could do it this way, or we could really just have the state chooser change its state to something else. That's probably what we have to do, because actually if somebody disconnects, it should kind of like cancel you out from everything you were doing, and then you'll need to choose your piece again. So let's move this. To the turn chooser. Alright, so private state machine, connection state. And then connection state, enter state, subscribe new, simple listener int, on connection state change. Yeah, that was right. It's not gonna let me create it. Alright. Oh, Is that what it was complaining about? So if state, I guess we'll do a switch here. Switch. Actually, really, we only care if it's in connected or not. So bool is connected equals connection state equals managers. What is this? What did I name it? Okay. Connected. And so I guess we'll have something else here. Okay, so await reconnection. So switch. Switch our state. So if we'll wait reconnection, and then if is connected, we'll do something. Otherwise, if we're in any other, well, no, if we're in inactive, we don't care. So if we're in choose action or choose piece, yeah, or I guess piece chosen wait. Okay, I have to say break. So if not is connected, then we just change this to, well, first I guess set chosen piece to -1, chosen action to null, and then also state is int state await reconnection. Need to do anything else? I don't think so. Okay, and then so if it is connected, we just say choosing start command again, and it will reinitialize. Should actually make sure here that this is only called if we're inactive or in awaiting reconnection. Break default. Let's just put something here. Already choosing. That should have never happened, but okay, so yeah, now we'll be in this await reconnection state if we ever get disconnected, and then the piece and board position choosers won't do anything. Okay, so yeah, we should be good. Okay, and so here we want to let mods be able to provide the models for the promotion indicators. I guess, well, we're just about to add some more functionality to the mods, so I guess we'll do it all at once. Let's see. Got table of contents. Oh, we don't want the loader. We want the table of contents itself. Oh, right here. Okay, so okay, we got the pieces. So maybe how does this board setup work actually? That should probably be a mod too. But well, we might as well do it all at once, huh? Okay, so we got a string for board setup function. And this should actually change to action. Oh, I need to refactor it instead of just changing the name, otherwise we'll get tons of errors. And mod deep loader. I'll change the name of it. And also here, I think there's a couple places. Piece, action function. Too many capitals. Guess I already call it the action function here. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so in the deep loader, okay, I just did that. So this board setup, we'll change it to board setup function. World tile size is fine, board model's fine. Okay, so we want, instead of just a win-loss type, we want a win-loss function. And then should probably say, for example, I'm not sure if there's really, I can't think of a reason off the top of my head, but I'm sure in the future we should probably just have extra Lua files that then the mod author can just have a bunch of other files that they might want to have loaded. Well, the order here doesn't really matter, but and the other thing we wanted to do was promotion models, so I guess we'll just add another thing here to the piece. Public string promote indicator model. Okay, we don't need that anymore. I wonder, probably don't really need to keep this separate as king. Maybe instead we should let the mod authors, well, I don't know, they'll have the piece name. I was gonna say maybe we should let them have a bunch of different like parameters they can add here, but they'll have the piece name, so they can just use that to do any logic in their scripts. Okay, so we need to change quite a bit here. Start, load, Lua. Setup function. where do we... I guess the win-loss type is not loaded here, so it was just taken care of by the translator. Okay, now how do I want to do... Should probably load the extra files first in case one of these other files is going to depend on it. Okay, so if table of contents extra Lua files is not equal null, and it's okay if it's null because the author doesn't have to include any. For int I equals 0, I less than contents, extra Lua files, length. Okay, so can we use... So basically this won't have a function because we're just loading it for the other Lua files to deal with. Okay, I guess I think we can use the same. Okay, so this is... Does it... Okay, so this will be string format extra Lua file 0. And then we can include the name here. Well, I guess I shouldn't because the name could be null or something. Okay, so what else did I change? Took out the is king. So that's probably gonna have some errors. Let's close everything. Yeah. So really we don't need this anymore because the game itself has no concept of kings. What else? So yeah, this promotion, we don't need it either. I'll comment it out in case I need some code like it. Is that all that we did there? Use promotion, yeah, we just set the promotion, and the reason that we had to do this separately is because we had to cycle through all the pieces first to get all the names. Okay, what's the next error? Okay, so we need to actually run a script here. And then this win condition, we don't have to do this at all. Well, I guess we do need it a little bit because we'll have to set the script in the database, so. Okay. And oh, one other thing I need to load is the promotion models for the pieces. And what should happen if it's null? I guess we can I guess, yeah, if it's null, then we just won't display the decoration model. Okay, so if string is null or empty. Okay, so yeah, if it's not empty. And then mod translator. Back up here at the pieces. Okay, we need to have something else here. Serialize fields, private, int, promotion model index. Set map and model. Will this throw an error if it's not in there? Yeah, so yeah, let's if piece dot promotion indicator model. So if this is null or empty, then we'll just set the data model index to -1. Let's else we'll set in map model name map database the loaded mod and of course the actual model name. Okay, and then I guess let's hook up that information to the actual indicators before I forget. Okay, so now we don't even have to worry about this because we just have one promotion model. I guess it's a given that it won't change players. That would need to be a different action if we wanted to include that. Okay, so comp. Alright, so database. Okay, let's do it this way. Return database piece prototypes component promotion index dot indicator model index. Okay, so yeah, that should work. If it's a -1, then they'll just return a -1. Does that actually... Let's see if we fire an error, if that happens. I'm pretty sure all that happens if this decoration model is -1 is it doesn't display anything. Yeah, so okay, that's fine. That's actually what we want, so good. Okay. So this mod translator, it shouldn't run the setup itself. It should just set the function. So the game database, we need to add a function for the board setup and also the win-loss check. So I can just get rid of this. And the closure is the name of the class for a Lua function. Then loss check, serialize field, private closure, setup function. Then I get rid of this. Okay. So now all I have to do is set those values so I can actually comment all this up. Go to definition. Yeah, so this class, all this stuff is going to be obsolete. Don't need, oops, one too many curly braces. I'll keep it commented in case we need it for some reason, but I guess I should check how I get the functions. Okay, so I just get it out of the array. So database setup function equals loaded table of contents board setup function, and then the win-loss is exactly the same. Win-loss check. All right. So I think we're all good with loading all this new information. Let me take one more look. So I added the indicator model, which is completely done. I added the setup and the win-loss function, which is loading. And I added this, which is also loaded, but we just load that file so that any data that's in there is available to the other Lua functions to use. Alright, so where is this board setup actually used? I think it's the board creator. So this is okay, it's made from the network game state. Board setup. I guess we can just find all references. Nothing uses it really. Oh, here, the game start generator, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so this is still fine. This is actually ran on the server, isn't it? Scene components. Okay. I don't know why I had that debug. I was getting confused by why I registered it twice. So yeah, this is called... Oh, it's called the mod loading scene. Oh yeah, the client sends this information to the server. Okay. Yeah, so that's fine. That's actually better. I guess we can keep that. So this will also need to get the script manager. Or is it the script controller? Scripts equals scene game components. Script controller component keys Lua scripts. Okay, and so how do we, so we need to somehow allow the Lua script to specify all this stuff. I guess, let's see, so we have this board already, but the Lua scripts can't set this. Okay, so let's make a new class. This will be setup board. And all of these objects are things that Lua will be able to see. Okay, so public setup board, and we need to make sure the constructors are hidden. And sharp hidden. Oops. So what do we want to have here? I guess we should have the width and the length. This will be decided from the table of contents though. And then we can go ahead and add this as valid position. This is a helper function. And I guess we'll have setup piece. And okay, we don't need this as king anymore. So basically the difference between the setup piece and the piece is the setup piece is changeable while the piece would not be changeable, because this is the data that we send to like the turn action calculator. Yeah, we don't need this number of moves because it'll always be 0. So basically just a type, the position, and then the owner. Okay, so setup board. We'll have private list, setup piece. Why did I do that? Oh, because I think the setup piece is not in the right namespace. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's see. Public int pieces return pieces count. How do I do this in the board? I want to try and make the API as same as possible. Okay, but instead of a piece, we actually try to set up pieces. Okay, this is actually a problem. Because this would throw an error if the index is out of range. It's kind of bad that I hadn't catch this yet. Index is less than 0 or index... Oh, let's do it this way first. If index is greater than or equal to 1 and index is less than pieces, or less than or equal to pieces length, else we return null. Yeah, so I don't want to throw any errors here. And then this account. Then we'll have public void add piece. Actually, how do I want to do this? Maybe it should automatically add a piece. Yeah, setup piece. So yeah, we'll create a new setup piece and then add it. And then pieces, add. Okay, did I... Yeah, I need to hide the constructor. So public setup piece moon sharp hidden. Oh, and these the setters should not be hidden here actually. Okay, and then public. You can do the same thing here, but I think I'll let you be able to specify all the information about it. So string, same string, owner, int x, int y, set a piece equals then piece dot. Then we just set all this information. Piece owner equals owner. Piece x. Okay, so that should be about all we need. Start generator. Okay, so this is the same, because this is decided in the lobby, not the mod. But then here. Okay, so first we should get the dynamic value from Lua. Equals scripts. What is it? call function, and database, setup function. I guess we can, oh yeah, supply an argument. So we'd want to supply a setup board. Setup. So this is the Lua board. Okay, and the only thing we need to set here is the width and the height. Database, what is it? Oh, board dimensions. Oh, it selected the model index. Okay. And then we're going to need to go through and figure everything out. Actually, yeah, we don't care about the return value because the script modifies the board itself. So what are things we need to check here? We've got to check, I guess we can look at the mod translator because it had a lot of it. Let's see. Okay, well this doesn't matter anymore. Oh, yeah, so we gotta make sure that there are some pieces. Okay, gotta make sure there's pieces for each player. Gotta make sure that everything is valid position, and also there's not pieces on the same position. Okay, so that'll get us started, I think. Right here. Okay, so if so one thing we need, we do need to make sure that an error wasn't thrown. So well, I guess it doesn't matter. Well, no, because if an error was thrown, then we need to exit out. So how will I do this? So out, bool, error thrown. Okay, and then we'll overload this with the one without the error thrown argument. So bool dummy, I don't care about this. Then we return call function func arg out dummy. Okay, so now bool error thrown. So if there was an error thrown, I guess we just throw a starting error here. So public class board setup exception. So this will just be another boilerplate exception. Oh, I need to extend exception. Okay. Well, this will be a little messy because there will be duplicate errors, but that's okay. So if error thrown, I guess we could be a little smarter about this. So public bool hide message. Throw new exception or board setup exception. Or we could just have it that if we send an empty exception, then it'll automatically hide. That's probably easy. Because the reason this is like a duplicate is because the call function already threw an exception for us, so we don't need to send another one. Okay. So other things we can do: if lboard dot num pieces equals 0. Throw new board setup exception. Board created with, let's do this way, no pieces created. Okay, so then we'll need a few things here. A dictionary, or we can do a hash map, or it's called hash set. So pieces on, or let's call it taken positions, and then bool any player 1, any player 2. Okay, so for int p equals 0, p less than lboard num pieces. Okay, so setup piece equals lboard dot get piece. Okay, so in vector 2 position equals new. So that's position x. So if, oh yeah, we can use that, if position. So we do have the database. Okay. So if position dot x is greater. Oh, we need to subtract 1. I almost forgot. Okay, so if position x greater than or equals 0, and position x is less than database for dimensions x. And same thing for the y position. Oh wait, database. Oh, I'm doing it. Position y greater than or equals 0, and position dot y less than there. Okay. So throw an error. Alright. Piece 0 given invalid position. Okay, now I need to do a string format. Okay, and also if taken positions contains position, or let's do not. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need to pull this out. Extract method. Get or translate position. Okay, let's do it this way. Taken P, so L piece L, and then taken positions. So now board says piece 0 given already filled position. Okay, so if both those are true, then we can actually return the position. Okay, so now we want to get the player turn order equals translate player piece P. So how did I specify this before? Got this helper. It says first and second. So we switch lpiece.owner to upper invariant. Case first. And I'll also include some other things here. Return first, case second, case last, case black. Alright, and then if there's anything else, I'll throw an error. Let's copy this. Is given invalid player. Backslash. called an owner, so. And then switch player. If it's first, then we set any player 1 to true. Okay, so what else do I need to do? Let's position the player, oh, and also the type. So int prototype equals translate prototype. This goes down here. So this is pretty easy. So int proto ID equals database. So I already have piece named index. L piece name, and then if proto ID is less than 0, we'll throw an error. Give an invalid name. Okay, so now that we have all that, we can add this. This should be prototype ID. So it's capture false, and then we're going to take it as 0. Okay, I do need this piece list. Okay, so this goes at the very end. Alright, so other things we have to check is if any player 1, if not any player 1, then we throw an error. First player given no pieces. Else if not any player 2. Second player given no pieces. So I think that's everything. I guess let's look here and see if I forgot. Clues and null piece, so that doesn't happen anymore. Unknown piece, we got that. Unknown player. Valid board position. Okay. Yeah, that's all I think. Alright, so what do we actually call that? Right here. So try catch what is it? Board setup exception. So this mod load error would already fire, I think. Or would it? Yeah, so let's do this differently. Instead of sending a bool if error thrown, we can actually, let's just actually get the exception. And so if, wait, that's null, then we'd want to do this stuff. I guess we just want to write. Okay, so now we don't automatically write to the, oh, what's this complaining about now? Oh. So whatever. Okay. Oh, right, now I need to return the dynamic value. And then the game start generator will actually get runtime script. What is it? Script, runtime exception. This will be Lua exception. If Lua exception does not equal null, then okay, so let's say string format exception in Lua code. 2 colons, it's a bit crazy, but exception, decorated message. Alright, so that makes things a little simpler. Maybe we should just call this error except if we get an error, then we shouldn't even send the game state. So what happens when we get an error, then okay, we change phase, so that's fine. Okay, so private message string loading error. Okay, and then what we'll do down here is if we get this exception, we'll call loading error send exception message. And then here, if phase does not equal, or if phase still equals start condition, then we'll send this. I think the only way this phase would change is if some loading error happened, because then the phase would change to mod load error. Right, because we call that, which fires this function. Yeah, which sets the phase to mod load error, so this code would not send, which is what we want to happen. Okay, so I think we're all done with that. Before we go any further, yeah, we haven't even booted up the game yet today, so I think I'll go ahead and write. Okay. I was missed. Oh yeah, I forgot to take out this outer one. Okay, so let's see. Hopefully I'll have time to finish the setup function. Oh, something else. Okay, yeah, this is king is no more. Yeah, this code is going to be gutted. I just want the errors to stop, because this is all going to be decided by script, so. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So then we need to open up the chess mod. And we'll need to create a new script here. Let's see. New text document. Okay, so board setup dot Lua. Okay, so setup. We don't even need to name it, so this function board. Okay, so chess is pretty easy. So first, for player 1, so board, add piece, type, so it starts with a rook. First, 0, 0. Or 1, 1 actually, because that's Lua. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's one too many, but. So rook, then next is the knight at 2, 1, and then the bishop at 3, 1, and I always forget if the king or the queen is next. I'll look what I put in here. So rook, oh okay, bishop, okay, so queen next. Queen at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, actually, yeah, 8. We do have 8. So, king, another bishop, the other knight, and finally the other rook. And then we have the white pawns. 2, 2. Do this with a for loop. Maybe we'll do that with the pawns actually. So for int I equals 0, or I equals 1. Oh, that's not how you do it in Lua. So I from I think 1 to 8 do is how you do for loops. So add P's first player, either. And then we guess we can go ahead and do the second players. Second. Okay, the second player, the Y's are all 8. Just copy and paste this. Okay, and then, alright, we need to do the table of contents. Do I not have it set up? Oh, right here. Okay, just let's do one other thing. Action indicator models. I just randomly thought of this. Where is it? Right now I've like rotated the promotion models, but since the mod author gives us their own, we don't need to do that anymore. So board setup function is board setup. And then, so we got win-loss function. Let's just make an empty function in that for now. Okay, win-loss check. Function and there's this is what I want to look at. I'll move this down. Okay, so the only other thing I had was these pieces can have a promotion model, but we don't have those set up yet, so okay, and we need to get rid of all this as king, and also that can promote to. Alright. Okay, so let's try to load it. Oh, this board is assigned but it's never used. Oh right, because we only needed that to find the which player a piece belonged to, which don't need anymore. We'll build and run. Alright, there it goes. Now, hopefully this would run. It'd be great to end the stream on it, but probably won't. So let's just see. got something wrong. That's a weird error. Substring mod duploader 169. Okay, it's complaining because this last dot index does not exist. Okay, so yeah, we need to do if. I'm surprised I didn't figure this out before. Last dot index is less than 0. Alright, I need to string script name function name. So if there's no dot in there, that means that we just want to load whatever function is returned by the file, which the reason this has popped up now is because our board setup Lua just returns this function instead of having it named like we did for the movement. Like right here we have this global function that is present in this file. So script name here is just the asset path, and the function name is nothing. It's null. Or wait, it should be dot, I think. Yeah, I use that dot to. Surprised I didn't actually set that here. Oh, I did right there, but I didn't think it all the way through. So otherwise, we do the substring, and don't need to check. Try it one more time. So join and start up editor to be the host. Alright, I gotta press ready. Okay. So no val given for pawn action option function. Why is it on an asset there? Oh, for accepted. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so the problem here is that I didn't change. Right, here there's some move options and it should be action option. Let's do this. Find and replace. Alright. Okay, so we shouldn't need to reload it. Why is it recompiling? Oh, I did change one little bit, huh? It was just debugging, so. Syntax exception in Lua board setup 2. So we got all the way to the executing this. What? At line 2. What is wrong there? Unexpected symbol near open parentheses. I realize all this. I like to keep functions lowercase in Lua, so I'll just do that. I know that's not the error, but chunk 289. Huh. That's how you declare functions in Lua, though. Maybe it needs a local in front, since it's an unnamed function that's not being defined. Yeah, I bet that's it. Because if you just do a function like this, it tries to set it to the global namespace, but since it doesn't have a name, it will complain. Oh, and okay. I need to update the file and the second player. Oops, went too far out. So where is it? Build, test data, mods, chess mod. Okay, so if it doesn't run this time, I will have to go, unfortunately, but hopefully. Wrong window. Okay, so it's still complaining, but it did change those lines. I don't know what those second numbers mean, really. 2, 14, 15. Maybe. Chess mod. Setup. Do I really have to specify the return? That seems kind of funny. I guess you do, okay. No value given for expected asset piece. Pawn action option function. Unable to load Lua file chess. Ooh, there's a bunch of them. I'm not sure why it's giving us so many functions at once, but anyway, I guess we'll need to figure that out tomorrow. But thanks everybody for watching. I'll be back tomorrow at 5 Eastern, and we'll continue with this, and I'll probably write the win and loss function in Lua. Not sure how complicated we'll get, because we could well, checkmate gets kind of complicated in chess. So I don't know if we want to just check if one player doesn't have a king. Well, I guess the actual win-loss check is easy. It's how having a checkmate forces you to capture the king and move out and all that kind of stuff. Maybe we'll do that later, but anyway, thanks for watching. I hope to see you later. Bye bye.